Alright, hey guys, I know it looks a bit weird right now, we're in black and white. Long story short, we just ended up through this weird dimensional portal thing here, and now we're stuck in another dimension called the review zone. This is where we're going to head every week to look over the new episodes for Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone. Now real quick before the video starts, my professor Chris Hartwell has a YouTube channel. That link's going to be in the description, as well as the link to his Kickstarter for his new short film project, The Way That I Take. Please go there, donate as much as you can, and share it on social media. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video, and as always, live long and prosper, and may the force be with you. Alright, let's get into it. So the first episode, The Comedian. We're going to start with the positives first. So, Dad, what were the positives for you of The Comedian?
Well, I like the way it was well written in the aspect of what they were doing. I like the ending. It was a little bit unexpected. Again, I'm a little bit concerned about the language.
We'll get into the negatives in a bit.
Okay.
Any other positives for you?
I really like the comedian character and the way he transformed. But again, I think it was well written.
Yeah, it was a lot more well written than I expected it to be.
Sure.
The cinematography, but we'll get into that. The writing, yeah, better than I expected.
Yes.
The comedian, surprisingly, not that funny.
Yeah, not funny before, and not even funny with the lines. I found that disturbing.
And yeah, so the negatives of the episode. Well, first of all, a big problem for us was the language.
Yeah.
The first episode had like, what, I don't know, 20 F-bombs?
At least in just the general language.
And that sounds like a mild complaint, but the thing is, we've always thought of Twilight Zone as a family sort of thing. Yeah, there were dark stories. Yeah, people kind of died, but still, it was something you could watch with the kids and stuff. But now, it's sort of like, well, what do we show our kid now, huh?
You know, when you were younger, we watched Twilight Zone together, and you kind of grew up on TV, where I didn't have to be concerned about the language and concerned about things like that. And a lot of your love and appreciation for film came from being able to show you all these things. But now, future generations, you got to wait till you're 18 or 20 before you can see the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it's concerning. Also, I believe the weakest writing of the episode, The Comedian, was the part where the girlfriend just decided to break up with him. It just seemed like that just came out of nowhere. She went on a big rant for no reason.
I wasn't too surprised by that. She was making comments throughout the episode. You know, she was a successful attorney. She's basically supporting him. She's waited 5 years for him to get the career off. And then for him to start accusing her and saying these things, sometimes it reaches an edge where, or a point where you just give up and don't want to do it anymore. So I wasn't totally surprised, but I see your point.
All right, I'm sorry, I forgot. The storyline for The Comedian is, it's about a startup comic who gets advice from a famous comedian on how he can do better with his act. So when he does, he starts telling true stories about life, only to find out that when he talks about these people in his life, they completely disappear from existence.
That's true. If he says their name, then they disappear.
And should we spoil the ending?
No.
We won't give away the ending. You can watch the Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone on CBS All Access.
Yeah, and judge for yourself how it ended. It was interesting, unexpected, but your point of view is important.
Now the second episode, this is the one we were kind of concerned about because of the title.
Yeah.
Nightmare at 30,000 feet.
Right.
A bit of a homage to Nightmare at 20,000 feet, the famous Twilight Zone episode with the gremlin on the wing, as William Shatner says.
Also the John Lithgow version in the movie.
We don't talk about that.
Oh yes. Well, I liked it, but yes.
So the positives for Nightmare.
Again, well written. I like the character of forget the guy's name, but the famous actor. I liked what he did. I liked the writing around there. I liked the fact that you could see some points and you were able to make some quick analysis of it, but then the way it ended was totally unexpected. So the way it was written gave you a lot of high points, and then it gave you a smash ending. I like that.
Yeah, the writing for Nightmare was surprisingly very good. I'm glad it was not a remake of Nightmare at 20,000 Feet.
Agreed.
In fact, I hope Jordan Peele does not do a remake of any episode.
Exactly. But toward the end of the movie, you'll see a homage to the Shatner version, which I thought was cute. I liked it. My son here did not. He thought it was kind of cheap and
Look,
manufactured.
if that Gremlin doll existed, I would buy it.
We need to check eBay and see if it does exist.
Yeah.
We'll buy it.
Oh man, could you imagine To Serve Man remade and Jordan? We would just see them just eating humans. Ah.
Yeah, so in this day and age, he'd probably show it on.
Yeah. So yeah, writing's good. Again, not really big on the language. 3 F-bombs this time, couple S-bombs. A little bit unexpected ending.
Anything unexpected.
Like to see that in the Twilight Zone episode.
I was, my expectations going into the Twilight Zone were really low. I didn't understand what they were doing and some of the selections of the narrators and other things. But I was I was pleasantly but really surprised. I liked the way both episodes were written. I did like some of the narration from Peele and how he appeared here and there. So overall, good. If I was going to do anything, I'd make the language cleaner for the whole family.
Yep, same here. We have high hopes for this series, and we're going to come back every week to review the new episode, which will now be airing on Thursdays, CBS All Access. All right, why don't we go ahead and exit through this thing right here?
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get through here.
Yeah.
Let us out! Let us out! Joseph and George Kawaja, father and son. The story of 2 men whose infinite thirst for knowledge ultimately led to their downfall. Join us next week and the many weeks thereafter as we continue our review journey into the Twilight Zone.